I have long been concerned that too much financial educational material is really more promotional than educational. That's why I was delighted when a few years ago, mutual friends at the Consumer Federation of America introduced me to the FoolProof Foundation. FoolProof distinguished itself among financial education groups with its emphasis on the tricks and traps of our financial system and the need to be wary and ask questions.
We are marketing to you right now. Even though we're saying tough things about marketers, we're trying to sell you something right now. We're trying to sell the importance of healthy skepticism. In this world today, can you name anybody, much less a kid, who does not need that? Our real target is kids, and our highly specific target is kids in poverty. There are about 12 million of them. You know that. You probably know this too. Most of those kids that are born in poverty are going to be raised in poverty. Their kids likely will be raised in poverty, and their kids will be raised in poverty. A kid of color is 4 times as likely to be raised in poverty. Whatever the race or whatever the color, anything, in the real world, when a kid makes mistakes with money, or when they make mistakes with anything that has to do with their well-being, they are targeted more than other kids. They are manipulated more than other kids, and they have, frankly, a shorter life than other kids. FoolProof learned something in the beginning. No kid wants to make foolish decisions. That's why we're called FoolProofMe.
Our phone is pretty good, but our competitor's phone is better, cheaper, and a lot more dependable. Shouldn't you buy that one instead?
You'll love our sugar-coated cereal. It is addictive. Many doctors say our cereal isn't that healthy, and eating a lot of it may lead to diabetes. Dentists say it'll rot your teeth and generally should be avoided. Eat something that actually has health benefits instead.
Famous people say they love our shoes, but we pay them to say that. You can definitely buy better shoes for less.
We're a great bank, my boss says, but watch out. We just got fined $50 million for cheating our customers. Take your money to a good financial institution instead.
Any kid can learn healthy skepticism as a habit. And if you can put that light bulb in their head, you can teach them that, which should be great, because about 25 states are starting to require financial literacy education. But there's a problem. If you right now would go search for the definition of financial literacy on any website you want, any organization defining financial literacy, you will find virtually none that include healthy skepticism or any serious questioning of advertising in their curriculum. That's pretty serious. That is the way it's taught today. The definition of financial literacy does not include the most important thing about financial literacy: learning to question, learning to fight impulse buying, learning for both sides of the story, as Walter Cronkite used to say.
FoolProof is building a treasure trove of materials and content that help young people, parents, teachers, and mentors understand and protect against the many ways children can be emotionally and financially harmed by pervasive online manipulation.
I'm proud to say I was teacher 1 for FoolProof back in the day in Corning, New York. We have grown this program into one of the longest lasting digital online curriculums in the country. My job is to get FoolProof out to the masses. I constantly am on the road at conferences, professional developments, and just to continue in the process of getting FoolProof out. FoolProof's unique. I hear that all the time. Number 1, we're the only one who teaches healthy skepticism, to rely on research and be a critical thinker when it comes to anything that has to do with you and your money. No one else does that. No one even tries to do that. And again, that gives us the respect in the process. FoolProof is 100% free to the end user. FoolProof has no advertising. We don't sell anything on FoolProof, and we align 100% to the state standards in the states that have the graduation requirement.
Lessons that students learn from healthy skepticism, arms their instinct for being their own best self-advocate. And that is the most important thing that we do. Underserved children, most of the time, almost all of the time, never feel that they have a voice or a choice. And what they've learned by becoming healthy skeptics is they can be in control. And that's a powerful, powerful thing, especially for women.
I am also happy to see that Foolproof is now expanding its important work to address children's emotional and mental safety online. To be sure, these issues are highly related to children's financial well-being. So much of the psychological manipulation and pressure that children are subjected to online is aimed at extracting wealth from them, whether it's high pressure, buy now, pay later sales tactics, online sports gambling, or computer games that seduce players into purchasing worthless virtual items. The internet is fraught with pitfalls and ploys whose sole purpose is to pick the pocket of inexperienced and impulsive young people.
Research shows that virtually any screen time in the first 2 years of life can lead to cognitive damage. And look at 9 to 12-year-olds. They spend an average of 4 to 6 hours a day online. In teenagers, they average 8 hours a day online. Just 3 hours a day online can significantly increase a kid's risk of developing severe emotional problems. Even features we all use online without thinking can damage a young person. Like buttons and comment opportunities, they trigger chemical reactions in kids similar to the usage of drugs. And here's the toughest reality. 42% of teens are the victims of cyberbullying or worse. 100,000 children a day are subject to sexual harassment on Facebook and Instagram alone. Just go back and listen to those hearings in January. They were beyond gripping. Here's another haunting reality. Victims of cyberbullying are twice as likely to attempt suicide. Many effective resources are already available to counter childhood manipulation, but few have a national audience. FoolProofMe has the power to tackle the dangers that children are facing online.
Foolproof needs your help in any way you can contribute, financially, as a volunteer, or just helping them open doors as they expand their programs state by state.
You can do it in a lot of ways. You can make a simple donation. $5,000 puts 2 trips on the road for us right now. You can help us find people in your state to sponsor our city work. For like Orlando, that's $50,000 a year for a big city. You can help us find a state sponsor. Most state sponsors we can do for about $100,000. We need help with manipulation project. We will be spending $250,000 a year for 3 years on that project. We need your help finding that people. You may know family foundations. There are no instant results, but our stuff works.